RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go.
Hi, this is Hailey, the face of Waco Girl Does. You're listening to No Waco. Welcome back to No Waco. I am your co-hostess with the co-mostest. I am joined by actually two very special guests, Mitchell and Rolando. Why don't you guys go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourselves? Mitchell, why don't you start?
Sure. So I'm a Marine Corps vet. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Mitchell Winkler. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. Spent 4 years while I was in. Did it from 2006 to 2010. I was a logistician, so moved a lot of cargo back and forth, and now I'm the owner of the Vet Struggle, which is a podcasting company. I don't know, just do podcasts.
Very cool. We do like podcasts.
Yeah,
here.
I do too. I'm very fond of them.
Yeah, and Rolando, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Rolando Hernandez. I'm a native Wacoan. Except for the Marine Corps, I've been here all my life. I was in the Marine Corps from 2000 to 2012. I did 2 tours in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan.
Okay. Well, thank you both for your service. I come from a military family, so it's definitely an honor to have both of you in the studio today. What made you choose the Marine Corps?
Well, to be honest, I had just broken up with this girl, and I had like 4 guys that were joining, and they said, "You should join the Marine Corps." And I said, "You're absolutely correct." So then I did. And then of course I started like getting more into what was going on, and I was like, this is definitely the fit for me.
Okay.
So if I'm going to do something, I want to go like the best of the best. So
yeah, of course.
that's what we did.
I mean, there is some contention between the branches. I know that. I'm from an Air Force family.
They can argue all they want. The only thing better they have, I think, is maybe barracks, funding, intelligence. Yeah, pretty much everything.
And so, Rolando, what made you choose the Marine Corps?
Oh man, the dress blues.
Yeah, fancy.
No, my uncle and some of my other family were Marines, and it seemed like that was to me the best organization. I'm still the fan of the United States Marine Corps, and you know my uncle, he was a tanker, so I wanted to do something like that. I knew I wanted to do something. I wanted to blow stuff up and shoot things, and,
right.
and I had the opportunity to choose, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we definitely had the chance to do that. It was great.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
I cannot say I've had the same pleasure, but you
should try it.
It's cool to watch.
You can go to Battlefield Vegas in Las Vegas, and you can just like rent out some of their equipment and blow stuff up. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Actually, that's where I'm from. I'm from Vegas.
Well, we'll go out to go back out there.
When I visit.
We got some people from the Marine Corps League out there right now. So
that's super cool.
Yeah, we'll put you in contact. Just hop on a plane. It only takes a couple hours.
Oh my God, my husband would lose it. He'd be so excited.
Bring him with you. Just say it's a part of your job description.
Oh yeah. You got to do it for the content.
Exactly.
So you guys are both in the Marine, or both Marine veterans, and you guys are working with a really cool organization. I would love to hear more about that.
Really, how do you want to break this down?
All right. Well, again, I once I got out, I started helping out with various veteran organizations, and one of them that came to me first was the Marine Corps League. As I joined the Marine Corps League, which helps out Marines, Marine families, FMF corpsmen, and veterans all alike, I got to meet more and more veterans, and then I became part of their organizations also. Right now, I belong to the Marine Corps League, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and the American Legion. So, I got to see a lot of veterans, and then, as I was helping out, I got introduced to veteran hikes, and we me and Jacob Romero, who's not here today, we attended our first hike about 7 years ago, and since then we've been trying to keep the Waco hike going, and that's what we're talking about now. The Silkies Invasion. That's for anybody that has came to Waco and done the Silkies Invasion. They go away with a lot of great stories, not because of the hike, but also the camaraderie.
Right, of course.
That happens the day before or even the days before. People who are trying to find a ride, that we get them in contact with somebody who's coming to Waco, and then also once they get here, through shared camaraderie, shared misery, or however you want to say it, we all have a common
experience.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So these veteran hikes, so for somebody who has never heard of them before, what do those days look like?
So first you kind of have to understand what the Silkies are. So you probably hear the term short shorts or ranger panties. There's a lot of different names for them, but it's basically like a silkish material. And at least when we were in, it was something that we would wear when we'd go run or PT for the veterans out there.
Okay.
Everyone that's a vet usually knows what PT means. So we would don those, and we'd go on runs, or we'd use them as underwear because they're really soft and pretty durable. So they're just kind of become synonymous with the military. So we carry that tradition over. And it's kind of something that, and it gets a lot of attention too, because they're very short. I mean,
people be watching you do it.
Yeah, they're incredibly short. But people will come up and ask, and that's when we get a chance to talk about our organization and what we're doing and why we do this for. Was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday we were at the backyard playing a cornhole tournament, and we probably got 20 or 30 people to come up and ask why we were. Only two of us had short shorts on. Mm-hmm. But they came up and asked, and we got to spread a lot of information about why we do this and, who we are. And so now we just go on these, I think this one's 9 miles or so, probably right around there, about 9 miles. We have plenty of stops. So I think we have 7 or 8 altogether. So it's not grueling, but it's not something that a lot of us are probably doing constantly anyway.
Right.
So it could be a little more tough, but I've seen people in wheelchairs, and we push them. If somebody starts hurting too much, if somebody's tired, we all look out for each other. So we'll just load them up in our safety vehicles, and, we want to finish together. But the great thing is that, we get to talk along this hike. I've met quite a few people, but it's something different whenever you get to just walk along next to somebody, and without really thinking of what you're going to say, it's just kind of coming out. And next thing you know, you have a friendship formed.
Right. Because it's one of those things where you're focused on the, hike, and you just are able to kind of have your brain kind of wander away from that for a second, and able to form these friendships and, like you had said, camaraderie, which I love that. So you have kind of talked about your mission a little bit, but tell me more about what you are, what you're about with not just with the Silkies Invasion, but just with your work with the veteran community.
Both of us, or
both of you? Yeah.
You want to start?
Okay. Again, since I got out of the Marine Corps. Things that I've been involved with, not just here, but, all through the great United States. But here for Waco, I've started the Don't Mess with Texas, which is on Franklin Avenue. If you ever get over there by Walmart, you'll see our sign up there. It says that this area patrolled by the Marine Corps League. And we also, me and my buddy Butch Eldredge, who's no longer with us, we started doing the polar plunge. That was a great cause for the Special Olympics. In fact, we're working on putting together a Humvee pool, hopefully April or May. So, and just also with the, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Veterans One Stop that's here in Waco. up on LaSalle. We helped out with breakfasts and then also with the pantry. And just recently, we gave them some sleeping bags and pillows for homeless or for those veterans that are in need of something to lay down on.
That's wonderful. I love to hear that you guys are doing work in your community, and especially with, veterans. A lot of them have, you see that they have a trouble adjusting to life after service, and I love that you guys are providing these resources within the community and within Waco. I love to hear that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of one reason why I started my podcast, which I have a couple of different ones, but I kind of wanted to talk about the struggle in reality. And just talking to a lot of different people, I realized that one of the major problems we had was that nobody was talking to each other.
Right.
So I was hoping that, if I could just find one or two people that wanted to share their stories, that other people who could see similarities in their stories compared to theirs, like my guests compared to themselves, and maybe they would want to start reaching out more and start doing more things, which is one of the reasons why we do this Silkies Invasion, is because this is an organization for all of us to get together, kind of out in the elements. We're not really sure what the weather's going to be like for this one because it keeps fluctuating so much, but
yeah.
We've been in cold, rain, hot. I mean, we've been in all the different elements, but it's a little part of that uncomfortableness that really helps us when it comes to, there's most of our stories from, I think, the military, over half are probably going to be about how uncomfortable a situation was.
Right.
So that's kind of where we're making happen again. Sorry.
You good?
Oh.
RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go.
And so I had read a little bit on your website, and then also looked into your podcast. And I love that you guys are trying to break the stigma around mental health within the veteran community. So what made you want to explore that more and start talking about it, if you're comfortable sharing?
Oh, yeah. No, I tell this story. I'm sure any of the people that listen to my podcast have heard. I was going to Baylor, and I'm 10 hours away from graduating still, but I had a restraining order on me for a couple of years because I tried killing myself in an apartment complex not too far away from there. And I went to this acute psychiatric ward that we have for the veterans at the VA, and I was just listening to all these other people talk and that were there. And these people they were maybe, give or take, 5 years apart from me, so younger or older. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, this is stupid. All we have to do is talk to one another, and we probably wouldn't end up in here. So whenever I got out, I still had to kind of get my life together because I was evicted. I lost probably 80 to 90% of my stuff. I wasn't allowed at Baylor anymore, so I couldn't finish my degree. Couldn't go get a job. It was just pretty much my rock bottom. And luckily I had a friend that took me in, and it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me because, now I get to we actually met at MCC years ago. Like 15?
Yeah.
Probably like 15, 16. And then I joined the Marine Corps League after he did. So we've been working together for years at this point. But I try to go to all the events that the Marine Corps League has, and we try sharing everything that we can that's going to be veteran oriented because, I wouldn't say like veterans are all of my life, but it's a family.
Right,
It's
yeah.
it's not. I don't look at you as just somebody that's there. I still try to look at you as a family, but you also have cousins or brothers and sisters that you don't get along with. I mean, that's going to happen.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, that's just, that's why we try to compare it to a family.
Well, yeah, and like you guys were saying earlier, that you guys all have this common experience. No, like across what jobs you were doing in the military, you all have that kind of base experience, and you have common ground with so many people. And I like I said, this is very close to my heart, especially with the work you're doing. It's not my story to tell, but it happens to everybody, and so many vets struggle with their mental health, and I love that you are trying to break the stigma and talking about it more and hosting these events to kind of get the word out, to get people talking about it. So as far as this event goes, tell me a little bit about it. Where is it? What time it is? Yeah, just give me the details.
You want to?
All right. Well, March the 4th.
I don't want to take up all the time or anything.
March 4th, we're having a pre-hike there at the Waco Tx. It will start around 6 o'clock. They'll have axe throwing.
They're setting up the trailer in the back for us. So, that way it's just for us.
Okay.
So, or anyone that wants to be a part of the event.
Very cool. Okay. And you said that's at Waco Axe Club?
Yes, Waco Tx. And then we'll also have karaoke. And then at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., 1900, we will have the military order. The Devil Dogs will be doing a toast to the Battle of Iwo Jima. And, for there, it'll be a great time that night. There are contests for best duets, best synchronized and singing group, and best 1,000 Miles by Miss Carlton, singing and choreography. So if you would like to come out, please come out, check it out, see what we're doing there. The 5th, we will be at Brotherwell in the morning. We will be there at 8 o'clock. People can join us at 8 o'clock if they want to, but we'll be setting up tents, tables. I believe there may be some breakfast. I'm not sure yet. But we will have the Waco Jeep will be helping us through our hike, doing a road security. Also, the American Legion Riders have asked to do security for us. Also, the Waco or the Hewitt Elks. They will be out there also. The Marine Corps League, the Women's Veterans Auxiliary will be out there to help see us off in the morning. I don't know if your buddy from 254 workout.
Well, we got a lot of good sponsors.
Yeah, it sounds like.
254 Fitness sponsored us, L3 Harris, the Elks Lodge. Who else?
And the Duty family, Mr. Rowland's family. So we should be a good time out there. Again, we will be making constant stops so everybody gets their legs and their breath back to them. I think the first stop will be at the Doris Miller.
The YMCA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, more specifically, the statue, just so we can.
Oh my God.
That'll be one of our group pictures right in front of that. But it's a good time to readjust any of your packs. If you need to, if you want to bring a thicker pair of socks, bring more socks. We always recommend bringing at least 2 pairs of socks because they get pretty wet throughout the event. So,
right.
And if you have wet socks, you'll just have blistering feet. You definitely don't want that.
What's like the backpacking tip where you duct tape your heels and stuff to keep them from chafing?
You can bring tape, you can bring powder, you can bring lotion.
I always bring Boudreaux's butt paste.
Now I made
these are the tips we need. Okay?
I made a mistake one time. I went to the store, to the 99 cents or the Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, and there was some lotion. Now lotion works just as good as powder. Maybe it's an instant fix for any rubs. But I was like, well, this lotion has aspirin in it, so it seems like it's in the name, so it should be good. Well, later on that evening, at the very end where the chafing was getting unbearable, I put this cream on, this lotion, and man, it burned.
Oh my goodness.
Come to find out, Asper cream is not, to your nether regions. It's not friendly.
See, like I said, we're getting all the good tips here.
But I toughed it out. I cried a little bit. I laughed a little bit, and then when I got back there, my wife's like, "Are you crying?" I said, "No, man, I'm not crying." Then when I told her the story, she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, it had aspirin in the name.
Yep. Oh man. Oh well, I'm so excited for your event, and like I said, I'm excited to experience the camaraderie that you guys have talked about in this podcast. Where can the viewers and listeners find you guys? Find more information?
Well, I would say that if you want constant, up-to-date information, for sure, the Facebook group, it's the Silkies Invasion of Waco. It will be the best place to go. Now, you can go to thevetstruggle.com/Silkies Invasion and register up through there. Sometimes it takes us a little while to get out to that, too, because this is something that, we all have jobs that we're doing on the just day-to-day anyway. So I try to get back to everybody as much as possible. But email us at silkiesinvasion@gmail.com is another good way. So... And if anybody's wondering how to spell Silkies, it's Silkies. We get a lot of confusion even from veterans because I don't think everybody calls them Silkies. So
right,
yeah, it gets kind of weird. But I think the Facebook group's probably like the best way to kind of keep track and see what we're doing. And if you want to join us in the middle of the hike, you can follow us through there because we'll probably keep it live updated as we're hiking that day. You can jump in anytime you want. You can jump out anytime you want. So if you can only be there from 8 to 12, then at 12 you can leave and just let us know so we have accountability so you don't, we're not just
losing
looking
people.
For you.
Yeah. Well, I've had such a great time talking to you guys. Like I said, it's a huge honor. Thank you for your service and for your continued service in the community. At the end of every podcast, I always like to ask, what is one thing that you would like Waco to know about you, and know about what you're doing?
You want to?
Well, a lot of times people do have questions pertaining to military or veterans and stuff. And not a lot of people know my name, but they know my face. They know the beard. Mm-hmm. My name is Rolando Hernandez, and I'm, again, with a lot of veteran organizations. And believe it or not, I'm real easy to talk to.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to hear that on the podcast.
Yeah, I would agree.
And what would you like Waco to know about you, Mitchell?
Well, I come from Mahia, so I don't want anyone to ever hold that against me. But if I really had something to say, I would really hope that people started tuning into the Vet Struggle or the Vets of Entrepreneurship, which are two of my podcasts, because we have some really good stories coming, and we have some people that are more influential in the community about to come on. And I think that with a mixture of people who are more well-known and people who aren't well-known, they're going to be able to determine somewhere, what maybe an average day in the life of a veteran could be or why people join. But I think that at least for the veteran community, it could help their quality of life. Right, and that's our overall mission, is to improve the quality of life. So with my podcast, I don't care if I ever get wealthy. Of course it would be nice, but I'm never going to sell myself out because the veterans are my number one. They'll be my everything from here on out. If it wasn't for all the veterans that I've met in my life, if it wasn't for the people that I served with, I probably wouldn't be here. I don't know where I would be, but I'm pretty happy and content right now where I'm at. Well, I wish, of course, we had more money to do more stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm certainly glad you're here, both of you, and thank you so much for joining me. And keep an eye out for Mitchell and Rolando in the community, and hopefully we will see you at the Silkies Invasion.
Yeah, you'll see me with the shortest shorts out of anybody.
Oh, can't wait.
Hands down.
This has been Hailey. I'm signing off. Tune in every Friday for all of the events and activities.
Now that you know Waco, just go. Go, Waco!
Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It's all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues on January 20th through the 22nd, 2023. Tickets are on sale now at roguecon23.com.